Welcome in everyone to Cash That Ticket podcast here on the Straight Outta Vegas AM feed. It is Wednesday, May. I don't know why I want to keep saying March, but May 27th, 2026 here to get into baseball here for the Wednesday schedule. No NBA playoffs tonight. Typically, it would have been a Eastern Conference Finals matchup, but New York decided to sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers and deprive of some more NBA action. So uh, it will be baseball heavy, of course, on this pod. And as we mentioned yesterday, sooner rather than later, we'll start getting into some of the NFL win totals for the upcoming season. Maybe we'll start that next week with the month of June there. But joining me, as always, to help me break everything down happening in the baseball world and beyond and in life, it's Uncle Diamond Dave Essler. Uncle Dave, how's it going today, sir?
I don't know about helping you out with life, bro. I'll just send you a list of okay, this is what I did that did not work. So you know, take it with a grain of salt. But no, it's good. It's great. I cashed my best bet, which was wonderful, but I lost my 3 star on the Brewers, who scored 5 of their 6 runs all in the wrong inning, and I know you had an issue with that too, but you
Yep.
know, it is what it is, and we just pick it up and move on.
Yeah, the funny part was that after we got, and you guys think we planned this together, we really don't, because when we got finished recording yesterday, we were talking about our best bets on the pod and what we gave out to our clients, and it intertwined because I had the Yankees run line yesterday. I gave to my clients at -1.5, and then I had the under first five for the pod, and then you gave out to your clients as 3 star, and then you took the Yankees in the first 5 innings there. So at least the Yankees got the job done for us in the first inning, Uncle Dave, because that's all we needed. They were up 4-0 at the end of one. They go on to win. Well, it was like 13, 14, 15. I stopped watching after they scored like 10 runs. I was like, well, okay. But yeah, thankfully those rocking chair wins are nice to come by when they do. But we'll try to look for some more here on the baseball card here on Wednesday. Of course, Wednesday we do get day games in the MLB. It starts early today at 1:07 Eastern start time, and it works throughout the day. So what we'll do, of course, since the pod gets out about early afternoon, a little before noon, we'll get into the evening games as we usually do here. But last night, just to quickly recap, Thunder take care of business on their home floor in a which turned out to a shootout. 127, 114 in the Thunder favor. They cover the number. The game goes over the total. Um, and now the Thunder have an opportunity to at least win one of the next 2 games to punch their ticket back to the NBA Finals in back-to-back seasons. Meanwhile, Spurs will look up to even up the series on Thursday. We'll cover that game tomorrow, Game 6 in San Antonio there. So, um, yeah, I'll leave it at that. We'll talk more NBA tomorrow. So let's get into baseball here, Uncle Dave. We'll start here with a 6:35 Eastern start time. AL East, the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. It'll be Steven Matz for the Rays, and it'll be Trey Gibson is what I'm seeing for the Orioles. Orioles are a very slight home underdog, -107 on the money line, -112 for the Rays. Total in this game set at I'm seeing 8.5 juice toward the over, and I'm seeing nines. Mostly nines, I should say. Consensus is 9 right now, Uncle Dave. But any thoughts on the Rays and Orioles?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Kyle Gibson. Okay, let's just get that right up there. I mean, he's kind of a journeyman. I mean, he was with the Twins forever. He was with the Rangers, Phillies, second stint with Baltimore, and really hasn't pitched. I mean, he pitched in 4 games last year. Obviously, surgery, this, that, but he hasn't really thrown in 2 years. So it's tough for me to trust him here. I mean, I guess maybe that's why I should, because they aren't that easy. And but when are people going to realize that Steven Matz doesn't suck anymore? I mean,
Yeah.
there was a time when I would fade him or take his opponent's team total like all the time.
Mhm.
The downside is a little bit here is that he just beat Baltimore 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Um, so yeah, I like to go the other way the next time around, but I don't know that that's an anomaly because the Orioles have seen quite a bit of him and haven't done a lot with him. So, in as much as I don't like laying minus 120 or whatever on the road. I can't take Gibson. I could probably get behind the first five over at 4.5, but I see it's gone to five everywhere. What does that tell me? That you know, uh, maybe I just go with the Tampa Bay team total. That might be an option. And actually, I think that's probably the best option. We don't know if Gibson's on a pitch count. We do know the Orioles bullpen is very good. So Rays team total with a gun to my head.
Yeah, they've lost 3 games in a row, half the Tampa Bay Rays after I think they had a winning streak of, I want to say like 8 or 9 in a row. But that again, that's where the ebbs and flows of the MLB season right now. They haven't been very good on the road. Just 2 games above 500 are the Tampa Bay Rays. They've been crushing it at home this season, as I mentioned yesterday there. But yeah, I think you mentioned right. I don't think people are realizing that Matz is actually this season at least an above average MLB pitcher. Coming off of a start like you mentioned against Baltimore, 4 innings, 1 earned run. Prior to that, against the Giants, he went 6 innings, 1 earned run, 7 innings, 2 earned runs against the Cleveland Guardians there. So I feel like this is gonna be one of those spots that as soon as we start trusting him, he'll probably let us down, Uncle Dave. But I
Yeah,
think the
yeah, exactly.
yeah, so I think that the best course is what you mentioned, maybe a first five over in this game, or at least the Rays team total over. You're guaranteed all 9 at bats as they are the road team in this game here in Baltimore. Let's get over to a 6:40 Eastern start time. The Los Angeles Angels, they are going to be in Detroit to take on the Tigers. Jose Soriano on the mound here for the Angels. It'll be Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers. Tigers a slight home favorite, minus 115 on the money line, minus 104 for the Angels. Total set at 7.5 in this one, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, tough one. I mean, I kind of like both pitchers, right? But my issue with the Angels, I guess, if you will, is that for a little while they were kind of the hot shits in the NL West, and now they've kind of fallen on hard times. And the Tigers, well, they're just 1-9 in their last 10. So what do you do with that? Um, I guess the thing for me is, I kind of was on the Soriano train for a long time. I don't like to to bet against Casey Mize. I mean, the Angels haven't seen a lot of him. I mean, they have 62 at bats, but they're only hitting 177 off of him. So I think what I would like to do here is take the under, uh, most likely for the first five, because we know the Angels bullpen just isn't very good. So I would lean to again, for a while, Soriano was the first five darling, right? And then he until he wasn't. So I think there's a tendency the market might overcorrect. So I think I would look at Soriano in the first 5 innings, knowing that the Tigers have just been kind of abysmal lately, and they're still missing some pieces on offense. So I would have to go under in the first five, and Halos first five as well.
Yeah, the thing about Soriano has been he has just been so good on the road in his career. And I just quickly fact checked it. This season, he is 4-1 on the road with a 1.14 ERA. He's only allowed 4 earned runs in 31 and 2/3 innings pitched. And then the same thing was the theme last year: 8-3 on the road, 2.91 ERA, 30 earned runs, and 92 and 2/3 innings pitched. And that was just when we went back and looked at his entire career. So um, he's made 32 road starts in his career, 16-8 with an ERA of 2.86, Uncle Dave. So if he's not pitching at Angel Stadium, he's golden. So I think you're spot on here that he's again pitching here in Detroit in Comerica Park. I think that for this Tigers team, they've just been so inconsistent throughout the season, and I think that just continues here. Um, Again, they're only 13-13 at home. They're 8-21 on the road. They have a minus 29 run differential. They've only won one of their last 10 games. Have the Tigers here. I mean, they've been a huge disappointment, dating back to last season. Yes, maybe some of that has to do that they don't have Tarek Skubal right now, but he's only one man. He only pitches, once every, 6, 7 days there. So I think we stick with the Angels here. I like your call in the first five with the Angels. Maybe if you want to look at an alternate run line for them in the first 5 innings behind Soriano, I think you get some nice plus odds on that.
Yeah,
But
I think you just have to be careful that Soriano doesn't try to get too cute. You know, if you look
yeah,
back at a couple games against the Dodgers, he gave up 6 runs in 5 innings, but he
hmm
only gave up one hit,
yeah, yeah,
six
yeah.
walks. So, you mentioned inconsistent. I think he is, the Angels are, and so are the Tigers. So there's probably safer games, but you know, I don't know that that was the outlier either. He kind of got beat up by the White Sox a couple times, but you know, there's a so I put an asterisk next to all that there's this is still a high variance game no matter how you look at it.
He did face them, excuse me, once last season back on May the 2nd at home, where he had a really good outing, 6 shutout innings. He only out six, did have 5 strikeouts in that span there. So yeah, like you mentioned, there are better games on the board. But again, if we had a gun to our heads, I think we'd be all over the Angels, at least in the first 5 innings. Not trusting that bullpen at all. We'll keep it moving here. Let's get over to the Chicago Cubs, Uncle Dave. They are in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. It'll be Jamison Taillon for the Cubbies. It'll be Bubba Chandler for the Pirates. Pirates are a home favorite of a price of minus 117, minus 103 on the money line for the Cubbies. Total fluctuating between 8.5 to a 9 in this one, Uncle Dave. Any thoughts on Cubs and Pirates?
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people are going to uh, be on the Pirates here. Now, that's all well and good because Chandler's been pretty solid. He hasn't had many really awful outings yet. But what kind of strikes me a little bit is he struck out 11 in his last game at Toronto, and great. Uh, you know, 2 hits, no earned runs, yada yada yada. But he also threw 99 pitches, and that's kind of a lot, especially for 5 innings. And it's by far the most that he's thrown this season. So that's a little bit of a concern for me. You know, what are we going to do about Taillon? I mean, he's another guy high variance. He shuts down Texas, he shuts down the Mets, but he got crushed by Pittsburgh earlier this year. 6 innings, 6 hits. He did strike out 10. So again, I wonder if the Cubs aren't the right side here. I mean, Pittsburgh almost looks a little too easy, and if I'm going with my theory that the pitcher will make the adjustments, I mean, I want to take Pittsburgh, I really do,
Mhm.
but I'm leery of it, only in the fact that if you look at Bobby Chandler, he is 1-6 with an ERA close to 5. So
Yeah.
should he really be favored? I don't know. I guess I would kind of go out on a limb here. There's some people that I know are going to be on Pittsburgh for like SpongeBob reasons, but I think I like the Cubs here, just because I'm not sure the Cubs aren't undervalued at this point with Taylor's upside. Chandler's not a shutdown lockdown pitcher by any means, so I'm gonna take the fact that he threw a lot of pitches and take the Cubs.
Yeah, so he did have a start in April against the Cubs in Wrigley Field. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. Two of those 5 hits left the ballpark for the Cubs. Not sure if wind was a factor that day or not, but I mean, look, you mentioned right for this Cubs team, they've lost 10 games in a row, right? That's the elephant in the room. They
Right.
haven't been very good on the road. And as we mentioned, right, this division is going to be at least to the All-Star break is going to be very interesting to watch because I've said this over and over again that those 5 teams are just separated by 4.5 games right now, and you have 2 teams that have losing streaks right now, and the other 3 teams are on a slight winning streak there. But I think with the familiarity that Jameson Taillon has against the Pirates in his career, he has pretty good numbers against him. He's coming off a start against the Astros where he did get hit pretty hard, especially for an offense in the Astros that was struggling going into that series against the Cubs. Maybe this found some form. Um, but I think that we could see some runs in this one as well. If you're able to find that 8.5 out there, I'd look at the over. I'd be on the I'd be on the Cubs side here with you if I had a gun to my head, but I do think we can see some runs in this game between the Cubs and the Pirates. Next game on the board we'll get to is the Braves and the Red Sox at Fenway Park, 6:45 Eastern start time. First pitch, it'll be Bryce Elder for the Braves. It'll be Conley Early for the Red Sox. Red Sox and the Braves are pretty much even on the money line, -110 both ways. Total sitting at 8.5 in this one here, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this game. I like the over at 8, and I'll tell you why. I mean, it's really but both these two pitchers faced each other like two starts prior,
Mhm.
and both of them pitched very well. I think it was a 3-2 game one way or the other. I think it went to extra innings. So I'm convinced that one or both of these hitting teams are going to make adjustments and score some runs. But I'm also convinced after last night that the bullpens suck. I mean, this game was 2-0 for a long time after the Red Sox led off with back-to-back home runs, and then the bullpens just kind of fell apart. So we have decent weather pattern in Fenway tonight. So I'm going to go with over at 8 in this game, and I'm not really sure who's going to score all the runs, but I think one team might get most of them.
Yeah, Bryce Elder, you mentioned his last start, 8 inning or 2 starts ago, 8 innings, if I can talk this morning. 8 innings, 3 earned runs. It was a 3-2 loss for the Braves in that game there. They just weren't able to produce enough runs in that one. Bounced back in another great start. And he's been in really good form, right? 4-2 on the season, a whip that's right below one at 0.99 as a 1.97 ERA. On the road thus far this season, he's been even better. 4 starts against small sample here, but 2-1. He's only allowed 5 earned runs and 25 1/3 innings pitched. I think my gut tells me that I think the runs will probably come from the Braves side of things. They were able to get it going late in that game yesterday against this Red Sox team. And, early in his last couple starts here, I don't want to say has gotten hit hard, but he's given up a few runs to the opposition. I mean, it hasn't been a whole heck of a lot. And at Fenway Park this season, that's where the struggles have come in for him. 4 starts at Fenway Park, 1-2 with a 4.43 ERA, 10 earned runs, and just 20 1/3 innings pitched, where he's pitched 13 more innings on the road thus far this season, and he's allowed the same earned runs, 10 in that span there. So, Braves team total over. You get all 9 at bats with this team. And I think that, yeah, that would be the look for me in this one. Um, let's get over to Yankees Royals here, Uncle Dave, 7:40 Eastern start time. It'll be Gerrit Cole getting his second start of the season for this Yankees team. Noah Cameron for the Royals. Yankees are a -156 road favorite, +129 on the money line for the home underdog, the Royals. Total on DraftKings right now sitting at a 9, -102 on the over, Uncle Dave. Yankees yesterday mashed out 24 hits. They scored 15 runs. They got it. It was really early and often for them. Royals were only able to muster 1 run against Cam Schiller, but we talked about this yesterday at volumes here. But Gerrit Cole making a second start here. What are your thoughts on game 2 of this series?
Yeah, I mean, there was a time I'd have loved to have been cute and taken the Royals here. I was on Noah Cameron last year when he first came up, like 5 straight starts, made me a lot of money. But I'm not sure that ship hasn't sailed. I mean, he did shut out Seattle in his last start, but he hasn't been blistering like he was last year. He's given up 3 or more earned runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. That start against the Mariners notwithstanding. I do like the fact that the Yankees have seen him uh, a couple of times. They've hit him a little bit, but the fact that they've seen him is a big deal. When these young kids come up, they can obviously get off to a great start until teams have a book on him, right? And I wonder if teams don't have a book on him. But by the same token, I'm not sure the Yankees are going to score 15 runs again. So I would be leery of laying my instinctively, let's just take Yankees -5, minus a half run first 5 innings. But I actually think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I like the under in the first 5 innings. Yes, I like the Yankees, but I'm also a little leery of the fact that it's only about -150. We don't know what Cole we're going to get. I mean, obviously, he was great in his first start.
Yeah.
Uh, Probably going to be great in his second start. But do I want to lay -150? against a pissed off Royals team? Probably not. So I think for me, I think the under is probably the best bet here, perhaps even in the first five. And I'm not averse to taking the Yankees on the run line in the first 5 innings, but it's another one of those that almost looks too easy. But I think Cameron will step up a little bit. I mean, again, I think the Yankees offense is going to have at least some regression. So I think first five under would probably be what I would look at.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron has made two appearances against his Yankees team, and he struggled in both of those mightily. So last season, you mentioned, right? He gave up 7 hits, 6 earned runs, in 5 and 2/3 innings. Two of those 7 hits left the yard for the Yankees, and then he had to start earlier this season on April 18th. 4 innings, again, gave up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 home runs that he gave up in that outing as well. So 5 of the 14 hits that he's given up in his young career to the Yankees have left the ballpark when he's made those starts. Um, I think the biggest concern, I mean, I feel like it's a rinse and repeat for me, either going on the team total for the Yankees over again or just laying the run line behind Garrett Cole. But it's just after last night mashing out 24 hits, you're expecting regression for this team. But this team, again, they were struggling mightily offensively to start the month of May, and maybe they're seeing some positive regression now towards the end of this month here, for this Yankees team. So I liked what I saw from Garrett Cole. I think we talked about it last week that we weren't just quite sure how long he was going to be out there for the Yankees in his first start since coming back from Tommy John, but he did go 6 innings against the Tampa Bay Rays, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks in that outing. Historically has been really good against the Royals, 4-1 with a 2.77 ERA, 65 strikeouts, 11 walks in that span. But again, he hasn't faced them in quite some time after missing pretty much the entirety of the year last year. But yeah, I'll keep my faith in the Yankees offense. I like their team total over. You're still getting some plus odds right now on that run line if you want to go full game -1.5, plus 102 right now for the Yankees there. So that would be my look in this game. A couple more games we'll get to here, Uncle Dave. Let's go to Astros and the Rangers. I think we hit the nail on the head yesterday on this game after the Rangers got no hit combined by the Astros in game one of this series, but they bounced back yesterday offensively and took care of business there. But tonight it will be Mike Burrows for the Houston Astros on the mound. Jacob deGrom getting the start here for the Rangers. Rangers are a -144 home favorite, plus 119 on the money line for the Astros. Total in this one sitting at 7.5 here, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's our boy Burrows, right? It's your
Yeah.
Astros, right? Take the Rangers team total over, right? I mean, that's it's the Astros bullpen, and I don't think the Rangers were done being pissed off. So, I don't. I'm a little leery that DeGrom's only 145 ish. I would have thought that would be more. So that's kind of a yellow flag for me. But I don't have a problem taking him in the first 5 innings. I really don't. But I think given the Astros bullpen, and Burrows has had, he had his one game. I mean, he shut out the Reds for 7 innings, right? So I mean,
Mhm.
it's possible. And even in his last game, what he did better was not give up as many fly balls. I mean, if you look at his prior games, 6 ground balls, 14 fly balls, 4, 14, 9, 12. I mean, he was just in a terrible place. I think he got lucky in Cincinnati, 14 fly balls and nothing left the park. I'm not sure that happens, so I'll take the Rangers team total over.
Yeah, I'll be right there with you. I know, with Jacob deGrom, he has struggled in his last couple starts. He did face his Astros team where he did give up 4 earned runs in 6 innings pitched, but prior to that, he's allowed at least 4 earned runs in 3 of his last 4 starts. He did have the Cubs in there where, again, we've talked about how they've been struggling recently. He was able to shut them out over 7 innings there with 10 strikeouts. And Mike Burrows, you can say the same thing. He's allowed 11 earned runs over his last 2 starts, and it has been against the greatest offenses. It was against the Mariners and it was against the Twins. So that's a huge red flag for me there as well. If you think that the Astros are going to lose this game, even though the Rangers are the home team here, you probably want to look at the run line because when Burrows is on the mound and the Astros have lost, they've lost all those games by multiple runs.
Right.
So right now, -1.5 for the Rangers is sitting at a nice plus 147 price over on DraftKings, but I also do like their team total to go over in this game, as Uncle Dave
Yeah, my,
mentioned.
my my caveat there is again, does he bounce back from that bad outing against Houston when he gave up 4 home runs,
Yeah,
which is, you would think, okay, well that's the outlier, but he has given up 12 in just a little over 50 innings this year. So, what are we really looking at here? I don't know. And when he's bad, he's really bad because his WHIP is 1.02, right? That's
yeah,
kind of that's kind of a Cy Young type number.
yeah.
So when he gets beat, they leave the park. But this isn't necessarily a park that's a hitter's park. So, again, all these picks and leans come with asterisks as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I was trying to find the Rangers team total here. I'm guessing it would be a 4.5 juiced. Sorry, 4.5 plus odds on the over. There's a
Yeah,
3.5 right now over
you
on
can actually get
DraftKings.
a 3.5 at DraftKings.
Yeah, minus 140. So I
Um,
really do like
yeah,
that.
and having said that, the total 7.5, I might be inclined to like the over.
Yeah, I'd be right there with you on that. It just for me, I think it'll be what type of Jacob deGrom do we get? That if he's not able to settle into those first couple of innings there, then I think that this could easily get over the total. But I think I'm more comfortable with that Rangers team total over full game as well. It is a little bit juicy, minus 140 on the over there, but um, yeah, that would be the look in this game. Last one for the night, Uncle Dave. We got Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers. They're going to go up against the Rockies in this series. It'll be Sagano for the Rockies getting the start. Ohtani is a minus 411 home favorite, plus 315 on the money line for the Rockies. Total sitting at 8 in this one, Uncle Dave, and the run line for the Dodgers sitting at minus 1.5, minus 171. But we've spoken at volumes about when Ohtani is starting, and the offense hasn't been quite clicking. But I'm trying to confirm if he's going to be in the lineup here tonight or not. I know he was in his last start, but let me
Yeah,
see if I can find that
yeah,
information.
they won't have their lineup up probably till 5, 6 o'clock our time.
Yeah. But they usually, I mean, Dave Roberts usually comes out and says like the night before, a couple days before, if he's going to be in the lineup or not there. But I mean, I'm not sure what you're going to do with the minus 411 here. Otani's been in really great form as far as pitching this season, but yeah, I really don't see anything quite yet
Yeah,
here.
there'll
So
be people that'll parlay him with Gavin Williams this afternoon for Cleveland and a WNBA money line to get it down to a reasonable price, and that's probably not advisable. But I mean, I'm not going to lay minus 400. Um, and I guess it would be easy to just take the Dodgers team total over, but why would I do that? I mean, I would have to pass this game, or I guess take the Rockies first 5 innings under 1.5 runs. I guess that's probably the safest bet.
I did see. I was watching this game yesterday because I did bet the Dodgers team total over last night. So there was a note from last night that came about around 1 in the morning, and I did see this that Ohtani left the game yesterday as a precaution after being hit in the hand by a pitch. They said that he is going to pitch here tonight, but they're undecided if he's going to hit as well.
Uh,
So I don't think he hits here tonight, especially after, again, precaution. It didn't look too bad because I was watching it live for him. But again, if you are going to bet this game, just wait and see if Otani's going to be in the lineup, at least hitting wise, tonight or not.
yeah, I'll take the Rockies under 1.5 for the first 5 innings. It's minus 165, but what isn't going to be expensive in this game at minus 400?
Yeah, yeah, I'll be staying. I'll stay away from this one as well. All right, so that's pretty much the baseball card. As we mentioned, we do have early starts in the MLB here today, starting early in the afternoon. Um, Before we do get to best bets, I just want to remind everybody, pregame.com. Um, as most of you know now, if you've been listening to the podcast, I did join as a pregame pro about a couple weeks ago. Gone off to a pretty good start, 11-5 year to date. 3 stars, 3-star rated plays have been doing very well as well. So a special promotion right now for my all access package to the All-Star break. If you use that promo code NERD50, NERD50, you can get every pick in every sport for myself, the sports nerd, to the MLB All-Star break, including game of the weeks, game of the months, and games of the year. Right now, you can get 30 days of the exact same access for $249. But here, you can get it for 49 days for the same $249. So that's pretty much a bonus 19 extra days of getting all access picks from myself. And listeners of this podcast, you guys can get an extra $50 off that price if you use that promo code NERD50. That's extra $50 off, only paying $199. So, again, this is a good reminder to let you guys know that a subscription is the only way to get every pick that, you're making sure that you're not missing the picks that I am putting out. So I wouldn't wait. I know we put up the daily packages. But if there's an NBA game on that night and I have an MLB play, where if you're buying that NBA play as a daily package, not getting the MLB play. So right now, I believe I'm either 4-1 or 5-1 on MLB thus far. As I've started, again, it's very, very young. It's very small sample here, but again, as I've said, I've gotten the help from Uncle Dave. I've gotten the help from Sleepy of learning the process as well as picking their brains as well. When it comes to putting out picks for clients there as well. So, again, as I've mentioned, a special package right now, the Sports Nerd All Access to the MLB All-Star Break. It's the promo code is good through June 8th, but don't wait because you're going to be missing out on those bonus extra days. So right now, just to reiterate, the same price is right now at $249, but you can knock off $50 off that price if you use our promo code NERD50. Again, pay only $199 for 49 days till the MLB All-Star break there. So come aboard, come join me. Gone off to a great start. Do expect some regression, but again, I trust my process, and I think that's what's really led to the results thus far this early season in the month of May. And hopefully, I can carry that into the month of June there, Uncle Dave. So, pretty good start, but of course, I always want to thank you for always helping me with any questions that I have, no matter how annoying or crazy they might be. But we've been doing pretty well for ourselves. All right. So let's get over to best bets to wrap it up here, Uncle Dave. I'll let you lead it off. Where are you taking us?
Yeah, I'm struggling. Um, but you know, I'm gonna go back to your Astros. I'm gonna take the over 7.5 in that game. I kind of alluded to why. Um, but the Astros are the hottest team in the AL West right now. They're 6-4 in their last 10. The Astros are 8 games under 500, only 3.5 out of first place. Don't sleep on them now. So yeah, I'm going to take the Astros, the game over, if you will. Don't trust their bullpen. Don't really trust either starter. So I think 7.5 is a reflection of maybe it's a perception, not reality thing. I think they get 8 runs tonight.
Yeah, I really do like that one as well. I'll co-sign that for you on that over 7.5. Again, both pitchers coming in struggling a little bit. Oh, sorry, at least yeah, Burrows and I'm sorry, Jacob deGrom struggling there a little bit. So I think we'll find out early on in what form these pitchers are in. So hopefully this one gets to the window and we're not sweating it out later in the game there. So over 7.5 for Uncle Dave. Rangers Astros here tonight as the best bet. I'm gonna go back to the Yankees, Uncle Dave. I think the numbers are just backing it up for me. I think they've found their form again after just struggling on the offensive side of things for this Yankees team. Yes, I know they mashed out 24 hits yesterday in a screaming regression, but it's just the fact that Noah Cameron has really just struggled against his Yankees team over the course of his short career. He had a bad start earlier this season. I think that's that momentum carries into this game here for the Yankees on the offensive side. I get all 9 at bats as well as they are the road team. But again, last night we didn't need it. Hopefully it's something similar. Maybe not putting up 15 runs, but if they get 7 or 8 runs here tonight to get us to the window. But right now, 4.5 is their team total, minus 130 on the money. Sorry, minus 130 with the juice on there. A little bit of vig there, but I do like it. Again, shop around, get the best of the number, but I'll go Yankees team total over 4.5, minus 130 as my best bet for this episode. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of Cash That Ticket Podcast here on the Straight Outta Vegas AM feed. Uncle Dave, anything else for our loyal listeners before we get our Wednesdays rolling?
Well, yeah, nerd 50. I mean, I like it. I mean, what is it like $200 worth of coupon? That's
Yeah.
6 weeks worth of picks for $200. That's $33 a week.
Yeah.
That's like a day and a half of buying regular picks. So it's a good deal. I trust Munaf, and I'm going to take his sloppy seconds as my picks for the next 6 weeks because he will make you money.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good start, as I mentioned, 11-5 thus far to start. I think MLB, I'm pulling it
So
up
like
right now.
68, so like 68% lifetime.
Yeah, so I should just retire on top, is what you're, I think, alluding to there, Uncle Dave. But yeah, 4-1 in the MLB thus
Hold that
far.
thought.
7-4 in the NBA. But again, if you guys been listening to me, whether it's been on pregame or at previous places, I don't like touting myself, but I think that's just the nature of the business now that, I don't say want to say requires it, but I just want to help our listeners and people that get on these subscription packages put a little bit of extra money in their pockets. And again, if I'm not able to do that, Uncle Dave is doing that for sure as well, whether it's been on the podcast or for his clients there as well. So help me out, help me grow here on pregame, and I promise you we'll deliver those results to you guys. All right, we'll be back tomorrow for the podcast, so look out for us then. Of course, more MLB, and we'll get into game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, Spurs and Thunder. Till then, enjoy the games today. Good luck with your tickets, and we'll talk to you guys down the road.